Alright, I'm finally doing it. Let's rebuild the new Damian Lillard Milwaukee Bucks here on NBA 2K24. So this week I was basically on vacation in San Diego till the 28th, and I was just praying that we weren't going to get a Damian Lillard trade till the end of the week, maybe on the 29th today when you guys are seeing this, and it did go down on Wednesday the 27th. So I did get a little bit of FOMO knowing that I wasn't going to be able to upload any rebuilds till basically the weekend on this trade. So if you guys watched it yesterday, like had a pre-recorded expansion rebuild, and that of course came out knowing the Damian Lillard trade happened. But when I recorded that video, I had no idea he was going to get traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. So I made a full analysis reaction video on the second channel, link in the description to that if you want to get my grades on the trade there. We're going to be doing the Damian Lillard Bucks rebuild obviously today. I'm going to try to do a 10-year Trailblazers rebuild, maybe by Saturday or Sunday, you guys will see. We'll also do a new look Suns rebuild next week as well, because this basically sent Damian Lillard to Milwaukee. You saw DeAndre Ayton from Phoenix and Drew Holiday from Milwaukee, the two big names going to Portland. Portland also lands Toumani Camara and two swaps from Milwaukee and a 2029 first round pick. Phoenix received some solid bench pieces as well. They got Nasir Little, Keon Johnson from the Trailblazers, Grayson Allen from the Bucks, and then they were able to swap Ayton for Jusuf Nurkic, which you may think is like, okay, I think that is a drop off, but I also think getting those bench pieces like Allen, Little, and Johnson could be worth it for them. So yeah, we now see Damian Lillard get traded to the Bucks, which has so many ramifications to it because Giannis had to be or could have been a free agent in 2025. So this offseason, like the Bucks could have got eliminated in round 1, 2, or maybe the conference finals. And Giannis is like, I don't really like the way this team is going. Drew's getting older. Brooks getting older. Middleton's getting older. They're all like 5 years or plus older than him. So he's like, maybe I would go and maybe request a trade. And Milwaukee would have to do something now. And this happened something similar to them back in 2020, that offseason, or the 2020 offseason where they acquired Drew Holiday. Then they won the championship in 2021. Giannis signed the Supermax and he stayed there. So they tried to do something similar in trading for Damian Lillard, who's 33 years old, but he's still a top 15. You can make a good argument he's a top 10 player in the NBA, coming off his best offensive season of his career, posting 32 points, 5 rebounds, 7.3 assists a night. He shot 46 from the field, 37 from 3, 91 from the line. We also saw that incredible 70-point performance out of him. And yeah, I think we could say that the Bucks have the best duo in the NBA with Giannis and Damian Lillard, because if you have Dame at least at 9, 10, or 11, he's at least fringe there. I don't know if any other team has 2 top 10 players in the league, like for Philadelphia, Embiid's top 10, but Harden's pretty much outside it now. Like, I don't think he's ever going to be a top 10 player again. You can make an argument for the Lakers with LeBron and AD, but as good as like Jamal Murray is, it's just Jokic in Denver. It's really just Luka in Dallas. Kyrie is still solid, but not top 10. I think it's going to be hard to say that the Clippers duo of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George is better since they are hurt most of the time, or at least that we haven't seen them play full playoff minutes together basically since the bubble. We saw a little bit, there in 2021, and they could have won it all if Kawhi didn't get hurt. I don't think Jaylen Brown's a top 10 player by any means. So yeah, you could make an argument that this is the best duo in the NBA. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. Chris Middleton just signed that new extension with them in the offseason. He's 32 years old. He was probably thrilled that he wasn't in this trade. When I looked at my phone, I thought for sure he was in it. I was very shocked that Milwaukee traded away Drew Holiday because he's so incredible to what you can be as a championship team or a team that's contending with his defense, with his plug-and-play offense, and he could be a great combo guard for you on both ends of the floor. I'm very excited for my Trailblazers rebuild with Drew Holiday. I'm probably going to be trading him and getting even more assets. Spoiler alert, but yeah, 10-year rebuild, that's going to be really fun, so be on the lookout for that. They did re-sign Brook Lopez in the offseason as well. Bobby Portis was a top 3 6-man of the year finalist last year, so he's going to be great for us off the bench. And then, yeah, it's not a deep team. They traded away Grayson Allen in this deal. They traded away Drew Holiday, and they weren't a deep team to begin with. So Pat Connaughton, Jay Crowder, Malik Beasley, MarJon Beauchamp, Robin Lopez. You got the Nasses here, Andre Jackson, the rookie. It's nothing crazy off the bench. It was nice for them to keep MarJon Beauchamp in this deal, and it did seem like they were able to get Damian Lillard for not too much. Like Drew Holiday, Grayson Allen, first round pick and swaps. Now those could hurt down the line because no first round pick in 2029. I believe it's a 2028 and 2030. 28 and 2030 pick swap, which is crazy. So yeah, Milwaukee could be terrible by then. Like, you know that Damian Lillard is going to most likely be out of the league by 2037 years from now. I don't think he's playing when he's 40. Middleton and Lopez are probably going to be out of the league. Giannis is going to be towards the end of his career. So yeah, Milwaukee's really mortgaging the future to keep Giannis on another contract and hopefully to win another championship with him. But I know that Giannis has wanted to play with Dame. So I'm super excited to see how this team is going to do in the sim. I know I talked a lot about it, the trade there at the start, but let's construct this starting five. I think Malik Beasley could get some minutes, but I do like the idea of MarJon Beauchamp in there because he does have some versatility at the two, and this team needs defense. Like, having Beasley and Lillard there in the backcourt could be barbecue chicken for the rest of the league defensively. So I think Bobby Portis can get about 27 minutes a night. Brooke, I think 31 is good. Middleton, 32. Giannis for the regular season, 36. Same with Dame for the regular season. And yeah, we have a lot of wings off the bench. I think like Jay Crowder can get probably about 15 minutes. And then the rest 8 minutes we could probably do to MarJon Beauchamp getting 23 a night. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this team does in the sim. I am going to send Andre Jackson, the second round pick, out of UConn to the G League for sure. Under the new head coach, Adrian Griffin. No longer is Mike Budenholzer there. We have Adrian Griffin. 4-star balance with this team right now. First game of this season against the Philadelphia 76ers. We are going to pick up the win by 16. Lillard with 33. Giannis with 18, 6, and 10. And yeah, we win the first game with Damian Lillard. We are now undefeated in the Damian Lillard era. And then we lose by 35 to Atlanta, in which Trae Young drops 53 on us. So yeah, we'll monitor how Portland does this year. Also for Miami, they lose out on Damian Lillard. That was obviously the favorite that he was going to go to this offseason. So do they pivot to try to trade for Drew Holiday? Do they still move Tyler Hero, or do they just go with what they have now? And we are currently 1-3 to start the season. Nice. We end up beating the Knicks by 1 though. Giannis with 32, 12, 5, 2, and 3. Lillard to start the year, 25 points per game, and then Giannis is at 21. So yeah, this team is not deep, like I said. So if injuries do happen, we could be screwed. We end up losing by 13 to the Brooklyn Nets here. All right, not off to the start I wanted to see. Come on, let's get back on track. There we go. We beat the Detroit Pistons by 28. Giannis with 33, 9, and 8. And now, as I'm recording this, obviously Drew Holiday hasn't been traded yet. I don't know if he's going to get traded anytime soon. I mean, the Blazers could use him as like a mentor, locker room leader, and then when teams get desperate, either towards the deadline or if they get off to a bad start, they can maybe get another first-round pick or another swap or young player in that deal. So yeah, a nice blowout win here. I do wonder where Drew is going to. Is he going to go to the Clippers? Is he going to go to the Sixers, Celtics? Pacers have been rumored as well. We have a road game here against the Orlando Magic. Lillard with 29 and 6, 5 turnovers. Giannis with a 24-point triple-double. All right, well, if somebody's going to get hurt, I don't mind it being Brook, like, in the starting five. It could be worse, though. Like, it could be Giannis or Lillard, obviously. So, yeah, Bobby Portis is pretty much going to replace him there. And then his brother, Robin Lopez, is going to get some playing time as well, and which we're probably going to stick with a 9-man rotation. We could find some more playing time to Malik Beasley, Jay Crowder, and MarJon Beauchamp as well, who hasn't been great this year, but you know what, he has been at least a little bit better over the last couple of games. Just looking here at the player stats, as Damian Lillard is averaging 29.7 points, 4 rebounds, and 6.3 assists. There's Giannis at 23.8, 12, and 6.5. Also giving me a steal and a half and just under 2 blocks a night. Middleton at 18.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. So he's showing why maybe he was worth that new contract. And the Bucks were smart to trade Drew and not him because, yeah, he's been very good. Taking a look at the new Trailblazers squad, yeah, like, they're going to have DeAndre Ayton, who I really like for them. 25 years old, is like 3-4 years younger than Yusuf Nurkic, so fits this younger timeline better. And he's a former number 1 overall pick. The only thing, though, with the Blazers is, like, Drew Holiday's a pending free agent, so they might not get the greatest return. But if teams are bidding against each other for him, yeah, they can go to solid package. But then again, like, you got basically the 2 swaps, a first-round pick from Milwaukee in 2029, which could be very valuable. But the biggest player you got back, I mean, I guess you were able to get off the Nurkic contract. You brought in Aiden, but you had to trade away Keon Johnson and Nasir Little. I don't think it was the best return by any means for Damian Lillard. Like I've said, though, I said this on the second channel, they made this trade probably 2 years too late. They had a chance to maybe get like an AD level package, maybe a Paul George level package, something like that. Or maybe Rudy Gobert, if that trade last offseason just messed up the market completely. Oh, nice. Giannis right hand fracture. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. You just love to see it. Well, we're currently 24 and 16. Hey, we just got to get to the playoffs as the top. Maybe 3 seed would be nice, and we can be chilling going forward there. Jokic is top of the MVP race right now. Giannis was number 4 before the injury. He's probably going to drop out of the top 5. No Damian Lillard there. Wemby top of the Rookie of the Year race. You got Chris Paul top of the 6th Man of the Year race. You got Jaden Hardy there. Shout out to him. Having a good year, but then he also got hurt as well. Giannis was also the front runner to win D-point. He goes down. Brutal. I mean, it looks like that Damian Lillard, though, will be an all-star. He's got an ankle injury, too, at the moment. So, of course, our top two guys are hurt at once. All right, well, that's just lovely. Brook Lopez ruptures his left Achilles. He's out for the season. So, probably at the deadline, we're going to look to maybe add another 5. But, hey, with our best bench player being a center, you know what? It could be worse. But yeah, it's nice to see that just 2 of our front court players are now hurt. But Giannis will be back in 1 to 2 weeks. Brook, unfortunately, is out for the year. I guess it's just him getting up there in age. But yeah, we're 24-19, maybe not having the best record as I imagined. All right, yeah, I'm going to have to be pretty active at the deadline, which is going to be tough to do because this team has no draft capital whatsoever. But yeah, here are the all-star drafts this year. And Team Joel Embiid, maybe trying to do some recruiting. He drafts Giannis and Damian Lillard along with Kevin Durant and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander there in the starting lineup. You have Harden, LeBron, Tatum, Curry, and Jokic there on Team Jokic as well. No first-time All-Stars this year, but yeah, it's cool to see 2 Bucks with Giannis having an incredible season and Damian Lillard also having an incredible season there as All-Stars. So I'll look at the trade block. I don't know what we're going to be able to do. All right, so I'm going to be making this trade with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm giving them Pat Connaughton. I'm giving them AJ Green, not the Cincinnati Bengals, AJ Green, and my 2027 second-round pick for Rashawn Holmes and Romeo Langford. So this is going to be the 10-man rotation of Lillard, Beauchamp, Middleton, Giannis, Portis with Beasley, Crowder, Holmes, and Langford. So, 9-man rotation. We'll see how Langford could do. He's been pretty bad so far this year, so maybe there's a chance that we get somebody else. Maybe Thanasis gets in there for the playoffs if maybe Giannis won. You know what? No, we'll keep Langford in there for now. We'll probably up to an 8-man rotation come playoff time. I mean, this team doesn't really have a lot of options to it as we don't have anybody in MVP, Rookie of the Year, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis still top of the DPOY ladder, which is pretty cool. And all 3 Suns are top of the Kia Clutch Player of the Year, which is also pretty fascinating. But yeah, we got Damian Lillard being our number 1 scorer, Giannis number 2, Middleton 3, there's Portis 4, Brook, who we no longer have there at 5. Offensive rating currently, we aren't as good as I thought. We are the 12th highest offensive rating in the league. Defensive rating, though, we aren't great either. We're pretty much middle of the pack, and we're the 12th best team when it comes to rating differential. So yeah, we aren't being as I thought high powered this year, elite. But yeah, maybe we'll just be fine come playoff time because then it's like a brand new season. And Giannis still wants to test free agency, so you just love to see that, am I right? All right, so Ja Morant wins MVP of the 2024 season. Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man. There we go. Giannis gets Defensive Player of the Year. At least he's fully healthy. Knock on wood still for the playoffs. Paul Reed is your most improved. And Shai beats out all the Phoenix Suns for Clutch Player of the Year. Nick Nurse got Coach of the Year as well. Giannis gets on All-NBA first team with Ja, Jokic, Shai, and Embiid. Second team, you got Trey, Tatum, LeBron, Butler, and LaMelo. No Damian Lillard. He does make All-NBA third team, though. That's what I'm talking about with 28 points. It's just going to be weird to see him in a Bucks jersey. I think he'll look good. It's just weird. You see him play, 11 years in Portland, and then now just in Milwaukee. It's just weird, man. But you have him with Harden, Curry, Randall, and Booker. Giannis is obviously on All-Defensive first team, and we finished the season as the 4 seed going up against the Atlanta Hawks in round 1, who blew us out to start the year, if you remember that in the beginning of the video. All right, so I'm going to go 40 minutes to Lillard and Giannis. We're going to go maybe 23 to Beauchamp, 35 to Middleton, 32 to Portis. Then we'll have 24 to Beasley, 20 to Crowder, 21 to Crowder, 20 to Holmes. Let's do that. And then 5 to Romeo Langford, just getting minutes in there. I think Holmes has been a fine backup center for us. We are 4-star system proficiency going up against Atlanta in round 1, who are pretty much a starting 5. You could expect Jalen Johnson, though, is starting at the 4. They've traded for Karis LeVert. Okay, we'll see how that deal got done. The Heat opted to trade Kyle Lowry for Rudy Gobert. So I guess the Timberwolves get off the Gobert contract, but why would the Heat want Gobert and Bam Adebayo on the same team? So yeah, they traded Clint Capella for Karis LeVert, just getting more forwards there in Atlanta. All right, so game 1, we take home the victory. Let's go. We blow them out by 43 points. Lillard, I think Trey, I don't remember if I think he had 53 exactly the first time we met this year. And then Lillard drops 53. Giannis with the 29-point triple-double with 3 steals and 2 blocks. Middleton with 31, 5, and 6. 17 boards for Bobby Portis. There we go. Let's go up 2-0. All right, well, they tie it up. 145, 141. Lillard and Giannis go off, but it's just not enough. All right, game 3 here. We pick up the dub by 9 points with Giannis going for a insane 43, 16, 3, and 4 game. He almost fouled out, though. Lillard didn't shoot the ball well. Middleton was fine. Trae Young had 29 points. Let's go up 3-1, please. There we go. We end up winning by 15. Trae Young had 43 and 14. He's got really good numbers against us this playoff series, but Damian Lillard with 44 and 7. Look at those numbers. And then Giannis with 34, 14, and 8. Like I said, I just had to get to the playoffs with these two healthy. And Middleton has been great so far in the playoffs also. Let's gentlemen sweep them, please. There we go. So we advance to round 2. We drop 148. We end up winning by 15 with Lillard dropping 51, 10, and 7. Oh my God. That is insane. 27, 12, 10, 3, and 2 for Giannis. And now we're going to take on the Philadelphia 76ers, who had the coach of the year in Nick Nurse. They also traded for Jeremy Grant as well. I guess it involved Tobias Harris. Well, there was a Tobias Harris. Well, he was also traded for Marcus Smart. I don't know why Memphis would do that. But yeah, Tobias Harris and Daniel House was traded for Jeremy Grant and Matisse Thybulle. So 2 former Sixers in Grant and Thybulle are back there in Philadelphia. You have Golden State going up against the 1-seeded Grizzlies. OKC versus LAC. So you got Paul George and Shea going up against their former teams. And then you have the Cavs against the Heat. So can we beat the Sixers? We do lose game 1 by 2 points. I may opt to switch Bobby Portis and Giannis just in the starting 5. So that means Giannis will be guarding Joel Embiid. Game 2 doesn't matter though. Oh my God, we lose by 2. That is brutal. Game 1, oh my God, we lost 124, 122, and then 122, 120. That is just brutal, man. By 2 points in each game. Well, don't go down 3-0, please. Damn it, we go down 3-0. We lost by 7. Such a close series too, man. Such a close series, but we are really just not going to win the close ones at all. And those matter so much. We don't get swept, which is nice. We blow them out by 20. Hey, I mean, I would love to come back down 3-0. What are the odds we can win game number 5, force a game 6? We would have to win on the road here after blowing them out. We might have a hangover coming back, and yeah, we're currently down by 32 points. Motherfucker, man. All right, well, the Milwaukee Bucks season ends kind of abruptly, way sooner than I thought it was when I started this video. We lose 139-120. Lillard with 36. Damn, that was an incredible playoff run for him. 35 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and basically 10 games, man. That is just incredible from him. Giannis was great as well with 32 and 13, 8.5 assists. Middleton was solid. There was Portis, Beasley. We will be able to do some type of moves this offseason, but it does hurt because people are getting a year older. I mean, we are going to get Brook Lopez back, which is nice. But yeah, he's going to be a year older. Middleton's going to be a year older. Damian Lillard's going to be a year older. And the Sixers won it all. And they beat the Grizzlies in 5. LeBron, Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry on the Timberwolves. Rudy Gay on the Warriors now retires. Joe Prunty retires there. LeBron and CP3 head to the Hall of Fame. Draft lottery time. The Mavericks ended up with the number 1 overall pick. Wow. Rockets there at 2. Spurs at 3. Thunder at 4. Wizards at 5. I don't believe we have our first round pick yet. It's going to belong to the New Orleans Pelicans at 20. Dating back to the Drew Holiday trade that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So I'm really just looking to sign basically training staff guys so we don't have major injuries. All right, so it is the 2024 NBA draft, and we could look to make a move on draft night for sure. I am tempted in moving Bobby Portis because I think I could get a good player in return, but I don't know, man. Brook Lopez could 100% get hurt again. So I'm going to try my best to move Chris Livingston and pick 43 in the draft to try to get a late first. Like 25 from the Thunder. We are able to do that. And we're going to take Khalil Ware, the Oregon transfer to Indiana, and we are going to have him just for more center depth. So the Dallas Mavericks took Ron Holland, number 1. Stephon Castle goes number 2. Justin Edwards, 3. Montes Buzet was 4. Aaron Bradshaw, number 5. Ronnie ended up in Minnesota. All right, that's a long ways away from home. Let's sign Ware there. I like getting the depth. Rashawn Holmes opts in. I'm actually okay with that. We weren't going to have cap space anyway. It could be a tradable contract and provides us even more depth if I want to move either Brook Lopez or Bobby Portis as well. If we're looking for more of a true shooting guard, maybe it's another wing. We don't really have a great mid-level exception out there, but I would have liked to pick up, Kelly Olynyk would be a nice addition. He is 33. I could try to get Luke Kennard as well. I mean, we are going to lose Malik Beasley, unfortunately. So, yeah, Luke Kennard may try to be the goal. 1 Duke shooting guard out in Grayson Allen, 1 in Luke Kennard a year later. And yeah, Jay Crowder we might not be able to bring back as well. So we're able to pull that off. Kemba Walker, we should try to get him from AC Monaco. You know what? I will bring back Grayson Allen on the minimum. I actually think that's a steal for us. I'm also going to try to sign Jetty Osman and bring back Jay Crowder. So we were able to get those guys and Grayson Allen. All right, I'm going to offer a very nice deal to Portland. Marjan Beauchamp, yeah, a first-round pick in 2022, and Bobby Portis, who has 1 final year on his deal. And we do have a bunch of big men, like I mentioned. We brought back Jay Crowder. We have Giannis. We have 3 centers. I'm going to go out and try to get Drew Holiday Holiday's replacement a year later in Marcus Smart from Portland. And yeah, they're getting more big man depth in which they need. They say no to that, though. I don't really have any draft picks to throw in here, so we're going to have to try to get this done with Andre Jackson, who I didn't want to trade, but this might, have to be the deciding factor, and it was. We're also going to try to sign Patty Mills and bring back Joe Ingles, who did spend a year in Milwaukee back here in 2023. And oh yeah, we got to bring back Thanasis, who's 32 for tampering purposes, so Giannis doesn't leave us. Isaiah Livers is 26 years old as well. Let's take a flyer on him. So yeah, Brook Lopez is still hurt. Nobody else really regresses too much. Like Jetty goes down in physicals. Lopez goes down in a couple things. Probably because of the injury and age. Ingles is here for just another veteran. Like, we have a lot of old heads here in the locker room with Lopez, Ingles, Mills, Lillard, Crowder, Middleton, Thanasis, Smart, and Holmes. All right, so we do have to release 2 players here at the start of the season. So, yeah, I do think Lindo Wigington is going to go. And then, unfortunately, I'm not going to play a lot of these guys at any point. So, Ty I'd like to keep. So, I think I'm going to release Patty Mills. I got to keep Thanasis here because his brother is basically getting him a contract. Will Giannis re-sign? He will. Okay. As soon as I see that, I will give him as much money as he wants. No trade clause. Welcome back, Giannis. That is huge for us. So Brook Lopez, unfortunately, is going to be hurt to start the year for a little bit. But yeah, I do think that we have just so much depth. Luke Kennard could be a great 6th man. Marcus Smart, perfect defensive shooting guard next to Damian Lillard. And he could also be a really good backup point guard for us as well. First game of the season's at home against the OKC Thunder. And just want to check out system proficiency. 4 stars right there, and we were able to beat them by 10, so a nice start to the year. Giannis and Lillard combined for 60 points. Brook Lopez is going to be out just for 1 to 2 weeks to start the year, so that's not bad at all. We beat the Nets by 37. This could be the year. I do think we needed 1 year, 1 offseason to land some good mid-level exceptions in Grayson Allen, Luke Kennard. We traded for Marcus Smart. Even Jetty Osman, I think, is a really nice pickup as well. And are we going to start off the season 3-0? Come on, let's beat Cleveland. That would be a nice win. And we end up beating them by 8 on the road as well. Giannis with 30, Lillard with 29, and then we got a bunch of road games here, 3 of our next 4. We beat Chicago by double digits. Yes, Middleton is off to a very efficient start as well. Luke Kennard shooting 54% from 3 to start the season. Road game here, and we get back Brook Lopez. And we were able to beat them by 14, so in Brook Lopez's first game back, 11 points, 9 rebounds, not too bad. Home game here against the New York Knicks, they are 3-1. I'm going to simulate until we lose our first game, and we end up beating them by 16 points. Grayson Allen is averaging 13.7 points. He's shooting 55% from 3 in the first 6 games. This is kind of incredible. We got the 2 former Duke guards averaging 28 points per game. Marcus Smart and Brook Lopez, though, have been abysmal shooting the ball. Road game here against Minnesota, and we end up getting blown out. Anthony Edwards had 45 points, Lillard at 38, and that is our first L of the season. All right, well, that's just brutal. Brook Lopez, major injury. Luckily, he is not out for the year, but a high left ankle sprain will put him out for 8 to 10 weeks. We are currently 24-16 on the season. We are the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, so we're going to see more out of Khalil Ware, Rashawn Holmes. Yeah, maybe not what I wanted to see this year, but luckily, like I said, Brook Lopez will be back in time for the playoffs. Lillard is averaging even more points per game this year than he did last year, at a crazier efficiency rate as well, 73.9% true shooting percentage. Giannis is averaging 24, 12.5, 5.5 assists, 54 from the field, 63 from the line. There's Middleton with 16, 5, and 4. He's got insane kind of splits as well, 46, 42, 91 splits. Kennard has been a good shooter. Marcus Smart has been better as well over the kind of the last couple of weeks, which is nice to see. Taking a look at the award races, we do have Giannis at number 5 in the MVP race. Nobody in Rookie of the Year or 6th Man of the Year. Giannis top of the DPOY ladder as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to be making any moves at the deadline, like who I would even think about trading. Because if we look at kind of future contracts, Lillard's under contract, Giannis is. Middleton, I think, would opt in. Either way, we'll be able to re-sign him. Smart's under contract. Kennard, Ware, yeah, Grayson Allen, but he's on the mid-level, so I would have to wait till free agency anyway. I was hoping Brook Lopez, maybe he'll be back by the deadline. If he is, I would try to see if I can move any first-round picks or a young player just to get him off the team and get a little bit younger at the 5 spot. All right, so Giannis is a captain this year going up against Jokic, and Giannis does not draft his teammate Damian Lillard. Is there trouble in paradise? I don't know. Jalen Brunson, let's go, makes the All-Star game. I'm excited for that Knicks rebuild as well when that comes. Evan Mobley makes his first All-Star appearance as well. well. Halliburton makes his second. LaMelo makes his second too. So yeah, we're pretty much approaching the 2025 trade deadline. We're 10 games above 500 at the moment. Like I said, in year one, we just got to get to the playoffs. I really don't care about our regular season record as long as we're a top 5 seed in the East. And yeah, Brook Lopez is of course day to day, so I won't be able to move him at the deadline. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off, but could I move Isaiah Livers for Andre Drummond? They would want my 2029 second. All right, let's do this. I'm happy with that. Andre Drummond is a good rebounder in this game, and if Lopez gets hurt once again, we will be chilling. All right, so let's hope that we can end the season strong. Like I said, top 5 seed is the goal, but I'm very confident that we will get there as long as these two stay healthy. All right, so yeah, maybe not the best record this year. We are going to flirt with 50 wins, but I still feel like fully healthy, this is the best team in the Eastern Conference. Like, I trust us going up against Boston or Philly or Atlanta. Jokic takes home MVP. Ron Holland, Rookie of the Year. Bradley Beal, 6th Man of the Year in Phoenix, so all the awards so far have been out of the Western Conference. Giannis takes home DPOY. Halliburton, Most Improved, and Mitchell is your Clutch Player of the Year. So then 3 awards in the East, and JB Bickerstaff is your Coach of the Year. Giannis Antetokounmpo in his age 30 season is on All-NBA first team once again in his career. Second team, you have SGA, LaMelo, and Randall. Dude, shout out to Randall in the 2K24 Sims. And Damian Lillard gets on All-NBA third team, being our best scorer. He's just so efficient. Another 50, 40, 90 year from him. Giannis on All Defensive first team. And we ended the season as the 2 seed. So maybe not the best regular season record at 50 and 32, but it's still the 2 seed in the East, so I'll take it. All right, so let's come up with this playoff rotation. We definitely want this starting 5, but I don't think Brook Lopez, I'm going to rely on him too much because of his age, and I just, he's not been a good shooter at all. You can see how bad he's been. He was better last year for sure, but 27 from 3 this year, that is brutal, man. Kennard, Drummond, Crowder, Allen off the bench. I think Crowder can get about 10 minutes a night. I think Allen at 17 is fine, and yeah, everybody else can follow there. So we'll probably do 20 to Drummond, probably keep 24 to Kennard, maybe 25 to Lopez. Let's do 38 to Giannis, at least for round 1, 38 to Dame, 32 to Smart, and we could probably do 35 to Middleton and maybe throw 1 more to Brook Lopez. System proficiency is still 4-star balance. Thought it would be a little bit better. We're going up against the New York Knicks, who had an all-star Jalen Brunson, an All-NBA second team member in Julius Randle. He could have made the all-star game as well. They have Quentin Grimes and RJ Barrett on the perimeter. Jalen Johnson, Dante DiVincenzo, Joe Harris, Reggie Bullock off the bench as well. So game 1 goes to the Milwaukee Bucks by 34 points. 28 for Lillard, 25, 22, and 6 for Giannis. Grayson Allen goes perfect from the foul line and knocks down 5 threes. I can't complain there. We take a 2-0 victory. We end up beating them by 52 points. Grayson Allen, I don't like the guy. I'm a UNC fan. I hated him, but we had no money. He was a former Buck. Had to bring him on the minimum, and I gotta be okay with that. He's been good for us. Game 3 goes to Milwaukee. Lillard with 32 in this one. Grayson Allen still has a very good game. I just wish it was anybody else, but I gotta take what I can get. And are we gonna sweep the Knicks? Yes, we do. We end up winning by 9 there in Game 4, and we sweep the round 1 opponent to go up against Indiana in round 2. 2 Central Division teams. So Indiana is rocking with Halliburton, Mathurin. They could be in the Drew Holiday sweepstakes as well. Mackenzie Mbako. They got Jarris Walker, Miles Turner. Yusuf Nurkic is there in Indiana. Had a solid first round. I guess he's just the backup to Miles Turner at the moment. You have Cleveland and Detroit, so all Central Division teams left in the Eastern Conference out of the playoffs. You have OKC and Minnesota, Denver, and Dallas. So 3 to the 4 are from the Northwest Division. Game 1, Milwaukee versus Indiana. We take home the dub by 14 points. Middleton had 7 assists in this game. Okay, I see you, Middleton. Game number 2 goes to the Bucks, and we are undefeated in the playoffs. We end up winning by 26. Giannis with 22 boards and 4 blocks. Game number 3 against Indiana, and we have yet to lose. We end up winning by 23. Let's go. Giannis with a triple-double. Drummond gets me 6 steals. He's been an underrated pass stealer throughout his career for sure. He would always kind of give you 1.5 in his prime in Detroit, even though he was never a ceiling raiser. He was always a floor raiser, and we end up sweeping Indiana 140-92. Oh my God, we won by 48 points. Wow, Lillard with 40, Giannis with 24, 10, and 5. Everybody got involved in this game. Marcus Smart had 11 assists, 7 for Middleton, and here we are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's a good team, man. They've added Clint Capella. We saw that. Caris LeVert. They have KJ Martin, Max Strus still there, Joshua Primo, Ty Jerome. Then you have OKC versus Denver there. The Cavs are also 8-0 in the playoffs. So someone's got to lose their first game here in Game 1 of the ECF. And it's us. All right. We ended up losing by 7. Mobley with 29. Lillard with 44. Game number 2. Please don't go down 2-0. Thank you. We end up winning by 27. We blow them out. Giannis with 31, 9, and 8, and 4 blocks. Lillard with 29 and 11. Let's go up 2-1. Come on. Let's go. We go up 2-1. We end up winning by 11. Lillard and Giannis combined for 54. Game number 4 goes to us. Let's go. We have won 3 in a row. 17 rebounds in 20 minutes from Drummond off the bench. This dude, all-time rebounder, man. All-time rebounder, and we end up winning at 5. That's what I'm talking about. We win 110-107. Lillard with a 37 piece. And we're going to be going up against the OKC Thunder in the finals. Giannis versus Shea. This team hasn't really added anybody to their starting 5. They do have Cole Anthony, Daniel Gafford, Matas Buzelis now. Just a quick look here at the playoff stats from us at the moment as Lillard is averaging 32 points. All right, here we go. Game number... Oh my God, I don't want to simulate the round. All right. Kennard gets hurt. He twists his knees out for the playoffs. Hate to see that. That means that's gonna be more minutes for Grayson Allen. And you know what? It is the last game here. Let's probably just go like 12 minutes to Jetty. 12 minutes to Jetty, and we can go 1 more to Lillard, 1 more to Giannis. Don't tell me you're simulating the round. So yeah, we lost game 1 by 4 points on the road. Smart had a really good game. Game number 2, we win. All right, we saw this last series. We ended up winning by 16 as Giannis is 33, 11, and 5. Can we win game 3? Yes, we can. By 7 points. Grayson Allen. I hate that it's him. I'm not a Grayson Allen fan. Shea has 53, and that wasn't enough. We are up 2-1, 3-1 Bucks. Wow, Lillard with 40 points. And we may end the playoffs going 16-2 if we are able to take control and take handle of the OKC Thunder here. But they're definitely putting up a fight. Not as much, though, in the second half. They are coming back in the fourth. It looks like we're going to win, though. All right, Marcus Smart is currently in at power forward as Drummond is going to foul Gafford. Oh, wait. Did Damian Lillard really foul out? Then why am I even here? That's the only guy I really want to use at the moment. And he fouled out. Come on. Shame on you, 2K, man. We ended up winning 120-114, and we win the NBA Finals. He had 28 points in 23 minutes. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the trade in the comments below. Did you like it for the Milwaukee Bucks side? As Giannis Antetokounmpo, not Damian Lillard, takes home Finals MVP with 27, 10, and 8. 67, 74, 50 splits. Well, 50 from 3, 74 from the line. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the trade in the comments below. Like I said, I will have a 10-year post Damian Lillard Trailblazers rebuild where we're going to be rebuilding around Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp, DeAndre Ayton, all the picks they get from this trade, and also the assets we're going to get in moving Drew Holiday, maybe also moving Jeremy Grant, and we're also going to get a top 5 pick in the 2024 draft. This Blazers future is going to look a lot better than it did a few weeks ago, or at least a few months ago before they ended up even getting Scoot Henderson. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I love you guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like if you did. Maybe we can get 2,000 likes on this video. That'd be pretty dope, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.